Hey guys, it's Kaylee at Eat Plants Live Well, and today's video is about cheat meals. It's a way of rewarding yourself for either a special occasion like a birthday or maybe Christmas. And it also can be for athletes a way to reward yourself for a really good training run or a really long training ride, or running your first sub 3-hour marathon. Is that oh, I'm going to eat like the biggest vegan pizza when I'm done. So food becomes a reward when you have cheat meals. Now that can maybe not be a problem for most people, but for some people they may struggle with the cheat meals in terms of maybe they're becoming too frequent cheat meals, or maybe the cheat meals are turning into cheat days or cheat weeks, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're kind of off your lifestyle plan and you're eating a diet that's not as healthy as you'd like to be. So this video is for you if you're interested in that, and I wanted to give you a couple of tips for achieving either less cheat meals or just avoiding cheat meals entirely. So last Thursday was my birthday, and so on Thursday I turned 45, woohoo! And I was thinking to myself, when I knew my birthday was coming up, I was thinking, well, maybe I'll have a cheat meal. And so I started thinking about things that I would potentially eat on my cheat meal, which would be like, for me, of course I'm always vegan, but I would go for something I normally don't, because I typically eat a very fruit diet, high fruit diet with mostly salad. So I eat mostly raw and all vegan, of course. So for me to have a cheat meal, it would be like I said, like a vegan pizza or vegan ice cream. So something I normally wouldn't indulge in. I turned to thoughts of that when my birthday was coming up and thinking about, well, what will I have? And then Thursday came along and I thought, I don't know really if I want a cheat day or a cheat meal, because when you're moving on a progression and you're improving your diet, you get some momentum, and you also realize that those cheat days or the cheat meals really affect you. And so for the next like 2 or 3 hours after I eat my meal, or even it can turn into like in the next day or 2 days, I can maybe not feel as good as I would normally, which is kind of a big price to pay when you think about it. If you realize that it's only maybe 10-15 minutes of eating, and having that pleasure of eating those foods, versus paying for it for the next 2 days, it seems like not such a great bargain. So my thoughts turned to that when I thought of my cheat meal, and I thought, maybe I'll just go ahead and not have a cheat meal. But then again, that didn't seem right. I mean, it was my birthday and everything. But so I watched a couple of videos, and actually watched one from Lauren Lockman, and he talked about, in reference to cravings, he talked about delaying. So don't tell yourself that you can't have the food that you're interested in having or that you're craving for your cheat meal, but let's just say you tell yourself, okay, I can have that, but I can't have it until tomorrow. So for example, on Thursday I thought that, well, I'll just go to the weekend, because Saturday is when I want to celebrate my birthday anyway. So I waited until Saturday, and then Saturday came and Saturday kind of went, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and have it, not today, but maybe on Sunday. So then Sunday came, and late Sunday, and I still hadn't had my cheat meal, and I had kind of honestly forgotten about it. And then all of a sudden it was Monday, so it turned out awesome. It was like no cheat meal, and I didn't feel deprived, didn't feel like I couldn't have it. Although that kind of leads into my second tip, which is focus. I did go to Whole Foods on Sunday. We had a running group, and we met at Whole Foods afterwards and had coffee, and some people were having breakfast, and I was kind of walking around like the hot food bar in Whole Foods. You're all familiar with it. They have the wood-fired pizzas, and they have the burritos, and they have the big bowl, the big things of soup, and the huge salad bar. And so 90% of the food over there is full of fat and high salt and very calorically dense foods, and all the sorts of things that I don't eat. So I was over there kind of feeling like, oh, it's too bad that I can't have that and I can't have that, and I was kind of mentally checking off in my head all of the things that I couldn't have at Whole Foods and in the hot food bar. And it was it was kind of difficult, because I was feeling a little sorry for myself. But then I realized, I'm like, they have a whole over there, an amazing section of organic produce at Whole Foods, just across the store, way on the other end of the store, away from the hot food bar. I thought, that's where I really need to be. That's where I need to focus. So I hightailed it over to the other end of the store, and lo and behold, like, the produce was amazing. Like, such beautiful, amazing colors. The apples were really red, the oranges were orange, and there were a bunch of sales. They had clementines in these huge, like 3-pound bags for $4.99, and so I bought 2 of those, and then I also bought an amazing, like perfectly ripe avocado for dinner, organic avocado. And so I had all my, you know, produce picked out that I was buying, and I was excited about it, and I was like, this is really what needs to happen. I need to focus on what I can eat, because really there's only a few things I can't eat over in that area. I just need to go over to the produce section. I can virtually have anything I want over here. And so that's it, the 2 tips. So number 1 is to delay. So delay that cheat meal as long as you can. Don't tell yourself you can't have it. Just say, like, I'll have it the next day. And that should help. And then number 2 is focus. Just make sure you're focusing on the right things, and make sure that you're focusing not on the things you can't have, but all of the available things that you do have to eat. So those 2 things, and hopefully that helps. It's not to say that, you know, I won't ever have a cheat meal again. It's just to say that, you know, I was successful at this for the first time, really, saying I was going to have a cheat meal and then deciding not to. So hopefully that helps you in using those 2 tips. And if you're interested in more videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. It's Eat Plants Live Well. I'll put the link up top here. And then go ahead in the comments below, comment on your cheat meal experience and what that's like for you, and whether or not the cheat meal works as a one-time occasion, or maybe it's become too frequent and you want to maybe cut back on that. Hopefully you can use those 2 tips. All right, so don't forget to eat plants, live well, and thanks for watching.